I want to relax, please, because it's a lot of burden, to want to take over government from someone as our big sister, Stella. But with all she has dropped, my mind no reach. So I'm just going to, try and moderate this session in a way that, it can sort of give a practical view to what she has already said, because we got a lot of bomb. I would say a lot of bomb from what she has dropped. So I have my guests and speakers here who will elaborate on some of the questions I'll ask them. And we're speaking or talking about harnessing the power of events in elevating tourism. Now, before I ask that, I want to also point out the fact that they represent different sectors here. My big brother here, Yibo, will be speaking as a representative of the government, and my big sister Tari will be speaking as a practitioner and also a private business owner. And then my brother, I have the right to say my younger brother this time. So my younger brother Chinonso will be speaking about this from the perspective as an individual and the founder of one of the big festivals here. So I want to say welcome to you first of all, and hope you have your water by your side, because we're going to shake tables here. Are we ready? Is everyone ready? No, we can't go on if you're not ready. Are you ready? Okay, so we need your support. This is a conversation, it's a town hall meeting, because this concerns all of us. This is sort of what will help our industry, because we're speaking about the destination, River State, the Niger Delta, and this is important. More importantly, Port Harcourt. So I would need you to participate fully. Just don't listen, because there are times we would ask questions and we would ask you questions too. So to start off, I have some questions, and I prepared these questions right before, but after the session, I kept on asking myself, is there any need to ask this question? Because the dissecting was a lot. So I think a lot of the areas we wanted to talk about were already touched by our big sister, but we're going to talk about it, in a conversational manner, so we can get more insights from our personal experiences. So, but I think there's one key point I took from what you taught earlier, and this is that events are the bedrock of growth for any destination. This is key, and that's heavy. My first question normally is supposed to be, how powerful are events in elevating tourism? So I was going to ask this question, but we already know how it is. We've heard how powerful events can be in elevating tourism, but I would like to speak, I'd like to ask this question from a practitioner perspective, so you can tell us, you are the one in the industry, you arrange travels for a lot of people, so you probably give us an idea of how many people come into, Port Harcourt or even the Niger Delta for different reasons, and at least as a result of events.
Hello, everybody. Events, I look at events as a gathering, but it's not just a gathering. It's actually a gathering to experience. And so looking at it from the tourism perspective, when you have an event, everybody is happy. Because number one, that event destination becomes, we have an event here in EUI. If you go online, what you see is EUI, the event center, which is this is the event show. And now everybody is heading towards Port Harcourt for this event. And so Port Harcourt has become the spotlight. And in the tourism sector, once there's a spotlight at a destination, everyone is involved. This is an event. You have the food people, which are the restaurants, you have the hotels, you have everybody coming to play. You have we that are the travel agents, we're excited because it's time to book tickets. And so, because of an event, your sales are going to go up, and your event is going to have an impact on every sector of the hospitality industry. The hotels are going to be filled up, foods, restaurants are going to be happy, we that sell the tickets, we're going to be excited because there is going to be an increase in your sales. So I feel it's very pivotal when you have events because they bring everybody to participate and play. So we're excited when there's always an event because they put a spotlight on that particular destination.
Okay, thank you very much. Part of one of the biggest festivals, and I would like to know from your own end, how do you see, how much impact do you feel that the event you put together has on the destination we're in?
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so for me, events are very powerful when it comes to boosting tourism. In the sense of, before we start any event, what people just know is, oh, I'm going to Port Harcourt, I'm going to Lagos. So it's first of all the destination. After the event, what happens? It becomes an experience. So, event for me boosting tourism is first of all a destination, and later it becomes an experience to remember. So that's it for me.
Okay, great. Senegal, see, let me say this first, please, because I might take punishment after we are done. But before that, let me, in clear, space, let me say this so that when he's punishing me, I'll know why I'm getting punished. He represents the River State government, yes, but he's a bag of experience when it comes to the event industry and tourism because he's played in the industry for so long. I am very sure a lot of you don't know that my elder brother here was once a comedian, MC quote unquote. Before you hear, how many of you experienced a day of 1,000 laughs? See, just a few hands. I'm guessing a lot of people don't know. That event happened in this state for almost 20 years. And it was one of the biggest events. So he's been doing this from way back, even before government. But now today he's speaking as a representative and the Director General of the University Tourism Development Agency. So Ross, let's know, what does government think about the impact of events?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to reference from, okay, let me follow you. Stella has done from one more time, please, a round of applause for Stella, please. So I come from the point of view that she started by saying, check your passion. And I will say, when I'm good, my mother never hears it, but when I'm bad, she does. As a DG for the River State Tourism Development Agency, the reason why I took the offer to be the DG was knowing what we knew from the everyday life like Chinonso. How can we garner support from the point of view of government to see how best we can escalate positively from Chinonso's point of view, knowing that I was coming from there. We've had our challenges, and those challenges have derailed the expectations that we had over the years. And that's why most times you can see Massif with specific reference to SETI. That's what he does, rather than doing the government work proper because of the challenges. Now, not to speak like a politician that I'm not, but the fact that the present governor has a body language that is more friendly to growing the tourism and creative space. And once that body language is positive, what that says to everyone is that we need to plug into that body language, because from what Stella has said, then from dust, we can grow the destination back to River State. Now, how can we do that? Somebody raised a question here talking about security or insecurity. Now, the algorithm states clearly that River State is unstable and River State is unsafe. Now, that is on paper, that is on the chat GPT or AI, but in reality, the experience is not unsafe, right? What are we doing? So if we reference Tourist Beach, we all know Tourist Beach. It's not like it's a beach, now what aside made them turn to beach, right? but it's a destination. It used to be a destination for what the beach would look like, without going to Yorokoto or without going to Finima, but locally in Port Harcourt. Now, if one who is living on Ndoki Street, where Tourist Beach is, cannot, that's the word I will use, will not, do not attempt to go to the tourist beach because of the narrative around the beach area with a lot of things that go down there, right? If the Ndoki person on that street will not go to the tourist beach, how would the Harrowison Drive person go to Ndoki Street? How would the Ivy Road person go to Ndoki Street? How would the Jobu person go to Ndoki Street? Not to talk about the Lagos person to fly in and come to Ndoki Street. Because the consistent conversation about the tourist beach is that of negativity, that vile, angry conversations that are insistently above any other thing any event person would do. Therefore, it behoves every one of us to deliberately, to intentionally grow the conversation so much so that all of the vile and angry talks will go to number 2, to number 3, to number 4, and exceed 11. So that when they now do the research about your space with the events that you do, the chart will grow up that within this particular time, yes, it was bad, but it's becoming better. Then, like she says, it becomes an ideal destination for everyone. That's what I was saying for now.
Okay, great. Please, a round of applause for that. What I've heard here and what's important is, I think there are some things that being pointed at everyone, or more specifically, if we will take our shades, I think the media will take some punch at this point because, you know, we've consistently heard things like the narrative, the conversation, and these things happen primarily on media platforms. I know we're all part of it one way or the other. Ourselves as individuals practicing, how do we partner, how do we collaborate, especially with media, and in this day and age, new media, in ensuring that there is a narrative that works enough to attract people to our destination. That's on one hand. How do we get us, event practitioners, here? What are the things we can do to ensure that we attract people to this destination when we have an event in mind that we're putting together or that we're organizing? How do we do that? I'd like to start with you, Chinonso.
Okay, for the media, I would say we have two different kinds of media. We have the traditional